Welcome to the first Rotary District 5500 Club Treasurer Training. We are bringing this training to you for the first time online. District 5500 is responding to all of your requests for more distance learning. We are moving our district into the year 2020. Rotary International has also endorsed online training and has training modules on their website not only for treasurers but for secretaries, presidents, and many, many more topics. When you have some time, check it out, rotary.org Learning Center. This presentation is in a video format. Therefore, you can stop and start it at any time, rewind, and even download it to your computer so that you can view it without needing any internet service. So let's get started for our first District 5500 Club Treasurer Training. As a club treasurer, you play an important role in your club. As you watch this video, jot down any questions you may have and send them to me. My email address is dvg@rotaryd5500.org. I will get back to you as soon as I have a response. As a treasurer, you manage your club's finances and ensure good financial stewardship. All club treasurers have the similar responsibility. Treasurers should rotate out every year, not only to create new leadership, but to allow the treasurer to step up to a new position in your club. Here are some questions you need to ask yourself as the incoming treasurer. Hopefully by the end of this training, you will have these answers. Your outgoing treasurer and your board can also help you with this. So let's spend a little time reviewing these. How is your bank account set up? How do your club members pay dues? Are they allowed to use credit cards? What about the budget? Does it look realistic? What kind of accounting system is in place for your bookkeeping? Are you looking at QuickBooks online? What about financial records? Do you have cloud storage? These and many other questions will be answered as we move along. Start preparing several months before you take office. I will stress this, that you need to work with your club's board and also the outgoing treasurer or another past treasurer in your club that has this experience. He or she should mentor you before you take on the position and may even have some tips to help you in the year. The district will also have a finance board that would be happy to assist you. Always separate your club's charitable and operational funds to be sure that proceeds from fundraisers are used to support charitable activities. If any fundraisers are intended to benefit specific service efforts, you may also want to create a separate project account. Discuss this with your board and the past treasurer if you're unclear how to do it. Here are some of the duties that you will have as the treasurer of your club. Let's spend a little time reviewing this list. You are in control of the club's funds. You need to collect the dues and fees in a timely manner. Don't let a member's fees or dues get so high that it becomes an embarrassment. And also look to see what information you have in your bylaws when someone's dues do become too high. Keep your board informed of the finances. Always reconcile and look at your bank statements. Lastly, reporting your taxes. This is so incredibly important. Be sure that you're reporting on time. I want to mention again the financial controls that you have. You need to require more than one signature on every check. In this way, your club is verifying that both signers agree to the payment and it's proper and reasonable. This requirement should also be stated in your club bylaws as a standard practice to provide protection for your club. It will also be a stop guard for any type of fraud, and it sets the right tone of accountability and ethical practices. Reconciling bank statements is critical, as well as closing your accounting records each month, usually prior to your board meeting. I want to also mention that it can take some time to update those signature cards at the bank. Start this process early in your year or before July 1st. And lastly, tax forms must be filed either online or mailed in on time. The critical word is on time. Your budget must be approved before July 1st, which is Rotary's new year. Review the last couple of years' budgets to help you make an intelligent decision on your new budget. Once again, clubs must file an IRS 990. The 990 is due the 15th day of the 5th month after June 30th. Typically, it's by November 15th. This must be filed on time. If it is not, the Internal Revenue Service will impose a penalty of $20 per day for each day the return is late. So mark your calendars right now and don't forget about this filing. Maybe you need a budget template. If you Google the words budget template for Rotary clubs, you will find that Rotary International has a form online that you can download. Also, many clubs are using QuickBooks to record financial information. The online version of QuickBooks is very versatile and has a built-in budget feature. Reports are easily generated using QuickBooks. You can view the online videos that QuickBooks has to learn some of the new features that are available. Once again, do a Google search on videos. This will help you understand how to use QuickBooks. If you're new to budgets, look through the list of the budget items that you had for last year. You want your club to be a vibrant club. So most important is the fact that you need to make sure you have enough money for your Rotary International dues, the district dues, and most importantly, the President-elect training, which could include airfare, registration, and lodging. Have you considered new Rotary signage and banners? Make sure they're compliant. It's going to make your club look fresh and inviting. Tired signage makes Rotary clubs look old and stodgy. Look over this list. There may be items that you need to consider this year for your budget. Pins, awards, speakers, gifts. Also, the monthly charge for club runner or your website host. Be careful when you're making out your budget. Have a little extra in there just in case you have an emergency. I suggest that you work with your secretary to be certain that your member list is up to date. The RI dues and district dues are based on the active member list. It's best to go into Rotary.org, My Rotary, and download the invoice rather than waiting for it to be emailed to you. Sometimes these emails will end up in your spam filter and you won't catch them. The invoice is available on Rotary.org, My Rotary. A suggestion is made that you send out a club invoice by June 1st and December 1st and have the due date July 1st and January 1st. In this way, you'll make sure that the payments are sent out on time. Clubs can be terminated. If your club doesn't pay the invoice promptly, RI will terminate your club's membership, and your club will no longer be able to receive services from Rotary. See this list here. After a certain length of time, your club could actually lose your original charter. So this is really, really important that you pay your dues on time. Let's spend some time to look over this list. If your club is currently using Club Runner, here is some interesting information that you may not know about. Club Runner will synchronize your data with Rotary.org. However, you have to set this up in Rotary.org and give Club Runner the permission to synchronize your data. Club Runner is used throughout District 5500. If your club is interested in obtaining Club Runner, there's also a light version which is less expensive, However, it allows your club to design a good-looking website, and also it allows your members to be able to utilize Club Runner because it's a very easy application to use. So you might want to consider looking into Club Runner for your club. As I mentioned before, I suggest you work along with your club secretary to make sure that your roster is kept up to date. If a member returns to Rotary or an existing Rotarian relocates to your club, you must keep that member's existing Rotary ID number. When you use Club Runner and perform a synchronization, there is a comparison that takes place between your information and the information that RI has on file. It's important to act on any information that is incorrect. If a member perhaps has 2 RI numbers, call RI immediately to get this taken care of. That number is 866-976-8279, and it's toll-free. Bylaws are your club's operating manual. They define the size of your board and how it will function, roles and duties of directors and officers, rules and procedures for holding meetings, electing directors, and appointing officers. You may also include conflict of interest policies and procedures. However, bylaws are not public documents, but making them readily available increases your accountability and transparency. But it also encourages your board to pay closer attention to them. Your board should review them regularly and amend them accordingly as your organization evolves. Be sure your club members' financial obligations are defined correctly. There are different membership types now, and they could have different costs associated with them. I suggest you review your laws with the board at least once a year. Some types of clubs, as you know, have optional meals. Some clubs pay the first 2 years of a new Rotaract joining the club. These all need to be defined in your bylaws. When working with district and global grants, there are certain financial requirements. As a treasurer, you should sign up for the online grant seminar developed by our district to fully understand the rules. As a treasurer, you must know what is necessary. Retain all account records pertaining to grants for 7 years. Maintain them in the cloud and not on someone's personal computer. A cloud could be Google Cloud, Dropbox, in a Club Runner folder, and even Microsoft's OneDrive. And there could be others. Always allow access rights to these documents to others on the board by sharing them. There is a finite possibility that your club could get audited. Don't panic. If you keep everything together in a folder on a cloud, you'll have everything that is necessary. For example, bank statements, canceled checks, invoices and receipts. These should all be on the cloud and readily available. You can scan them in and upload them to your cloud storage. Once again, I strongly suggest that you take the grants online seminar so you understand what the rules and regulations are for your club. Now we're going to talk about something that no one likes to talk about, and that's called risk management. As a treasurer of your club, always consider Plan B. Think about what should be done if you need to cancel an event or modify an event. Think ahead. Maybe you can share the risk with another organization. Conducting business with handshakes or spoken agreements may be common in your area. However, Rotary strongly recommends using written contracts. Always involve a legal professional whenever working with contracts, and always read and understand a contract before you sign it. Keep legal documents after an event just in case there's a liability claim. Also, clubs are strongly urged to obtain professional, legal, and insurance advice about liability protection. See Chapter 1 of the Manual of Procedure for more information. Do not assume your insurance will cover all issues. In the state of Arizona, the laws have recently changed for alcohol at an event or a fundraiser. Be sure you review them and ask for assistance if you are unclear. Protect your club and yourself from any possible risks. Discuss this with your outgoing treasurer to learn what controls and processes are already in place and which may need to be established during your term. Always err on the side of caution. Now let's switch gears and look at signing in at Rotary.org, My Rotary. This is Rotary International's website, and there's a whole lot of information on this website. You should spend some time to familiarize yourself with many of the topics that you will need to efficiently perform your duties. Sign in with your email address and password. If you've never done so, you can register for an account. Or, if you forgot your password, you can ask for it to be reset. This login can be different than any other logins that you have. Just make sure you keep it straight. If your email address changes, you need to correct it on Rotary International's website. And if you're unclear how to do this, just call Rotary International and their technical support staff will help you through the process. Once again, it's 866-976-8279. Once you have logged into Rotary.org, select Manage. Another set of menus will appear and then select Club Administration. Once here, you can view your goals, see how close your club is to achieving these goals. You can generate club officer reports, update club data, review contributions and recognition reports, including contributions to Share and Polio Plus, and even search the official directory. What if your goals aren't listed? I suggest you immediately contact your club president and remind him or her that club goals are very essential. Or you can ask your president to reach out to your assistant governor to show you how to add your goals. Maybe along with your board, and better yet, your club members, you can get assistance in outlining your club goals. Club goals are really very important. If your club doesn't have a goal, how does it know where it needs to go? We talked earlier about downloading your club invoice. The arrow on this screen is pointing to where the club invoice resides. Download that invoice and be sure to pay it on time. It's usually the secretary of your club who will assure that your meeting location, time, and mailing address is correct. But in case this hasn't been done, you should make these changes. It's important to have the correct information on this website. Visitors may wish to join your Rotary Club meeting. You need to be sure that they have the correct information of where it meets and what time. Choosing a vendor. We touched base on this earlier, but this is very important also. Select club management systems and website providers. You must be signed into My Rotary. Under the Update Club Data, designate a club management vendor. For our district, District 5500, that vendor is Club Runner. In order for your information to be synchronized with the district and Rotary International, you must perform this step. Again, if you're unclear how to do it, reach out to Rotary International's technical staff to walk you through this process. We are coming to a close, but I must discuss the Rotary Foundation contributions. Once again, if you go to Rotary.org, under the Rotary Foundation, you will find forms and foundation reports. Set up a training session with your club members. Bring in your laptops. Show them how to log into Rotary.org and contribute online. It's the best way to do it, and it's so simple. Every time you donate online, you will receive an acknowledgement via email from Rotary International. It really is the most efficient way to donate. Look at the list above and all that can be done online. And if you are unsure, once again, reach out to the technical staff at Rotary International. They will gladly assist you. I'll give you a little time to review this. Congratulations! If you've completed this course, consider entering your name into the district drawing. The rules are specified in the email you received with this link. This class is labeled TT101. Thank you for attending this distance learning training. We have reviewed so much material. I hope you have jotted down some notes, and if you have any questions, my email address is above, dvg@rotaryd5500.org. Congratulations for accepting the position of Club Treasurer. It will be rewarding and it will strengthen your leadership skills. If you wish to review the Treasurer's Manual, it resides on Rotary International's website and is downloadable. Just Google search Lead Your Club Treasurer or search for 220-EN Rotary. Thank you.